Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are solving number of ways to paint n by 3 grid. So we will have a grid of size n times 3 and we want to paint each cell of the grid with exactly one of the three colors, red, yellow, or green. And we want to make sure that as we are painting, there will be no two adjacent cells that have the same color. Now, given the n number of rows of the grid, we want to return the number of ways that we can paint out this grid. So if we look at this example, if it's just one row, there will be 12 ways to paint it. And if there are 5,000 rows, then there will be this number of ways to paint it, which I will get to how we can figure this out when we get to the explanation part. So now that we have seen some examples, let's get to how we can solve this problem. So for this problem, we know that if there's only one row, there will be 12 ways. And if we take a closer look, there will be 6 ways with 2 colors and 6 ways with 3 colors. So the 2 colors will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the ways with 3 colors would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if we want to expand upon a row with 2 colors, there will be 5 ways we can expand to the next row without having adjacent colors touching. There will be 3 ways with 2 colors, and there will be 2 ways with 3 colors. Now, if the row has 3 colors, there will be 4 ways to pair with the next row. 2 ways with 2 colors and 2 ways with 3 colors. So as you can see with the 2 colors, the middle color originally will always be on the side, and the color in the middle with 2 colors will just be the 2 colors on the side originally. And to pair with 3 colors, the colors will just shift over to the right by 1 or shift over to the left by 1. So now that we know the ways that we can expand to the next row, we can initialize 2s and 3s as 6, and as we iterate through, we can use this formula to keep track of the numbers of 2s and number of 3s, and in the end, we can add up these two numbers, and that will be the number of ways that we can paint the grid. So let's go over this example real quick. So as you can see, when there's only one row or index is equal to 1, there will be 6 ways to do 2s and 6 ways to do 3s, as we have seen here. So now we'll go to the next one, to index 2, and as you can see, we will plug in the formula. 3 times 6 plus 2 times 6 is 30. 2 times 6 plus 2 times 6 is 24. Now we change these two values and we move on to 3. 3 times 30 plus 2 times 24, 138. 2 times 30 plus 2 times 24 is 108. And now that the index is at n, we can return the sum of these two, which would be 246. So the time complexity would be O of n because it will take n time to iterate through, and the space complexity would be O of 1 because the space that these two variables take up will not depend on n. So now let's get to the coding part. So first we will declare the mod array in case the answer is too large. It will be 10 to the 9th power plus 7. Now we will declare 2s as 6 and 3s as 6. And now we will iterate through from 2 to n plus 1 for I range 2 to n plus 1. Now we need to declare a temporary array of 2s because when we calculate 3s, 2s would have been calculated and we want to multiply by temp instead of 2s because that would be a different number. So 2s would be 3 times 2s plus 2 times 3s. And now in the next equation, instead of multiplying by 2s, we want to multiply by temp because the 2s has been updated. So 2 times temp plus 2 times 3s. And finally, we can return the sum of the two and make sure we modulo by mod. See if it works. Okay, perfect. Hope this was helpful. Thank you all for watching. If you have any other questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section, and I hope to see you all again soon.